everyone, my name is Betty, encouraging you to experience the most out of life by getting out of your comfort zone and aligning with your purpose. And today I'm going to be telling you some quick ways to feel more beautiful every single day. So if you want to know what these are, keep on watching. And before I get started, make sure you subscribe down below because I have more videos like these coming for you. And you want to know how to live your best life, don't you? You do. Alright, subscribe. Now that we've got that down, let's get started. Now when I say these are some quick ways, people, I mean quick ways for you to feel more beautiful and for you to look in the mirror and be like, oh shit, who dat? So let's start with one that you can do right now as you're watching this video. And it is fixing your posture. This is something I struggle with, so if you do too, don't worry, you're not alone. But fixing your posture, it not only does it change the way you feel, it changes the way other people feel about you. So I try and keep this in mind when I'm meeting new people, because people already get an impression of you right when they see you, and if you have a good posture, you're already setting what's good. You're already subconsciously showing them that you are confident, that you are dominant, secure in yourself. So it exudes all of these positive qualities that you want for yourself, and it really makes you just feel like you're more in control, which is so weird because all you do is I don't know, you know what I mean? Take control of your shoulders here, but it makes a difference. So it's something you can do right now. Next is doing something that excites you. When you do or talk about something that excites you, you light up. If I'm ever talking about YouTube with someone, they can tell there's something I'm passionate about because I'm smiling. You're smiling when you're doing something exciting. You stop being so tense, you know what I mean? You loosen up. You're more relaxed, you're more engaging, your face is welcoming, so you automatically just feel better and feel more beautiful because you're feeling confident doing something that you love. So it's a win-win situation. Next up is listening to music that makes you feel more confident, and yes, I'm talking about Lizzo, I'm talking about Beyonce, Riri on replay, okay? And this is something I never realized how much of a difference it impacted on the way I see myself and the way I feel about myself until I met these two girls in college, and they were the type who view the world oh, men are trash, men only want one thing, and they had kind of that mindset going into dating and just how they looked overall, oh, I have to meet this standard, right? Because the guys want this. And I went on this car ride with them that was for half an hour, and they were playing their songs, and I was just oh my gosh, because all of the songs they were playing was this heavy, intense rap, which is fine, but in all of the lyrics was exactly what they were saying. In all of the lyrics, it was downgrading women, putting them down, making them feel like they're only good because of their looks, literally viewing them like we're pieces of objects. So that made me realize you can't look in the mirror and think I'm worth something, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that, if you're listening to music that tells you the exact opposite, tells you that you're nothing, tells you that you only have one thing to offer. So listen to music that makes you feel confident, because I promise you, I've never listened to Lizzo and not felt like the baddest out there. It's just not possible. Then we have know your lighting. Now this is very important. There is one mirror in my house, I'm sure you guys have this too, where I always look bad in. I could literally be stunting people. I could have a full face of makeup on. I could have my hair all done. I will look in this mirror and still look bad, okay? Now, on the other hand, I have another mirror in my house where I always look good. My hair can literally look like anything, and I will look in that mirror before I leave the house and be like, damn girl, you fucking got it. You got it. So, knowing your lighting is important, and understanding how this affects the way you look so much. So, the way I always, if I'm going out, if I'm doing something, I always look in the place in the mirror that I know I'm gonna look the best in before I leave, because that's the last impression I'm gonna have of myself before I walk into wherever I'm going. So know your lightings, know which place makes you feel the best, because if you know that the bathroom light, for example, is not gonna do you any favors, then you probably shouldn't be getting ready there. You probably shouldn't be tearing yourself apart there. You know what I mean? Look at yourself where you have good lighting and be like, okay, I can work with this. Another big tip for me is, another big tip that I have is that I look at my body like it's a body. Not like, okay, this is just a face I put on. Like, I don't have this body just to look pretty. I have this body so I can walk, so I can eat, so I can live, so I can breathe. Like, that's not what this is for. This isn't for just looking cute. Like, so when I say I appreciate my body, it's not like, oh, I appreciate how you look. Like, no, thank you for allowing my heart to pump every day. Thank you for breathing automatically so I don't have to keep thinking about it. Thank you for every little thing you do for me that keeps me alive, because this is what I have you for. This is why you're here for me. This is what I'm most grateful for. Appearances, that comes second, that comes third. That goes all the way down to my list after all of my basic survival needs have been met. So, another one is to be an observer, not a judger. So when you are looking at yourself in the mirror, instead of judging all of the little flaws that you think you have, just like observe your face. Like, you can look at yourself in the mirror and notice things that you may not like about yourself without having to feel so strongly about it, like so negative, as if this is the one thing that if you change, your whole life would be better, you know? I'm not saying love every single part of yourself, because let's be real, most of us probably won't. It's not about like, well, it is about loving yourself, but it's mostly about accepting yourself. Like, this is who I am. An example for this is, like, I remember a few years ago, I discovered that I don't like the way my nose looks from the side. Watch. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little bump here, and then it goes like it's just not too cute. It's just not too cute. And I remember I noticed that, and I was like, oh, gasp, right? Because, like, how often do I, like, like, I can't even look in the mirror and look at my nose in that like angle. So since it never happens, I was like, you know, I could stress about it and think that makes me ugly and feel self-confident, or I could just not look at it. Like, for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, it was so simple. Why would I stress about looking ugly if I can just not pay attention to it? Now, that might be harder if you have something else that you don't like about yourself that's like right there on your face. But like I said, you can just observe it like I just pointed it out, without having to be like,
oh, this ruins me, this tears me apart.
Because most likely you are your own worst critic. And one question I always go back to if I'm ever feeling bad about the way that I look is I ask myself in the mirror, and you guys are gonna laugh at me, but this is what I do. So I look in the mirror and I ask, if I lived in a village, would I consider myself ugly? And why do I say that? Because when I live in a heavy populated city where everyone's trying to look their best and buy all this makeup and do all these things and watch all these makeup tutorials, and I'm here really doing the least, obviously that might impact the way I view myself. So I asked, if I lived in a village, would I consider myself ugly? Because if I lived in a place where there are only, I don't know, thousands of people instead of hundreds of thousands of people, would I feel self-conscious if I had all of these options? If I lived in a place where people weren't so heavily into their looks and makeup and all this, if we just had to be natural, would I consider myself ugly? You know what? Most of the time the answer is no. I would just be an average person in the village. Like, I would just be a commoner. I would just literally just, you know what I mean? Like, you'd just be average. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not out here trying to be the baddest, the bougiest, the prettiest. Like, I'm just trying to be me. You rock with it or you don't. Okay? Another thing is choosing your friends wisely. Now, if you are constantly surrounding yourself with people who hate on themselves and pick at themselves and look in the mirror and like, oh my gosh, why am I so ugly? Then most likely you're gonna start doing the same exact thing. Remember, we are the 5 people that we most hang out with. So if you're constantly around people that are self-conscious and put themselves down, try not to either try and like distance yourself a bit, or try and tell them like, hey, can you, I don't know, put them up, do something, because you can't have that around your aura, you can't have that around your energy. You can't start looking in the mirror and having these thoughts. Like, this is like a dark hole, and once you fall in deep, it's like hard to get out of, so you might as well not even step near. And that's not to say all of your friends have to be the most confident girls in the world, but like, I don't know, I feel like a girl squad and a girl group is there. We are here to hype each other up. We are here to be like, damn girl, you look so good. So if like your circle of friends isn't doing that, then you guys should either get on that wave, or you should create that wave, or find someone who's already there. Then we have accepting compliments. Sometimes people compliment you and you're like, who, me? But other times people compliment you and you're probably like, oh, this jacket, oh no, this jacket has been passed down for, I don't know, it's like not, like you literally destroy their compliment. Like they're trying to put you up and you are putting yourself down. Like you are going out of your way to talk shit about yourself. Let that sink in. You are going out of your way. So if someone is giving you a compliment, accept it. You don't have to be like boastful. You can just be like, oh, thank you. Or you can be like, thanks, boo-boo, and really own it. But that's all up to you. As long as you're not putting yourself down in the process, you are accepting the positivity as it comes. Then we have self-care. Self-care, it always makes us feel good. You know what I mean? Like, do a little face mask. Do a face mask now that I'm thinking about it, because your face looks so smooth afterwards. And when you feel good, like when you feel good, that's a whole other story. Like you definitely look good. You radiate it. I cannot tell you the amount of people that looking at them, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like nothing special, you're good. But they exuded so much confidence that I had no choice, literally no choice, men and women, to be like, okay, you're dope. Okay, you look good. Because they owned it so much, like I had no other choice but to own it with them. So that's the type of level we should all be getting at. That's how we should be seeing ourselves. I'm not saying this is easy. I'm saying fake it till you make it if it's something you have to do, because you are going to live in your body for the rest of your life. So you might as well start appreciating it and start seeing it for all the good that it has. Yeah, that's all I have today, but thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like. I really hope you guys got something out of this. Comment below if you did, or if you have any other techniques that you want me to try. And make sure to subscribe, because I'm here every single week, people. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.